You are watching Gam Football Fans TV with your host Lamin Baro from Reading, UK. My co-host Musa Fal, Slovenia. Sanayafa, Michigan, USA. It's the hashtag Know Your Footballers Show.
We're in the living room.
Habib. Hey guys, sorry, I'm technical difficulties right now. Gonna try to get some of these guys back in here and see what's going on. Habib.
Relax.
boy ñu ngi jégalu de boy dañ am technical difficulty fii man dafa mel ni waaw dafa mel ni saa daf dugal nañu live ba pare hello Habib yaa ma dégg guys di jégalu rek dafa dañ nekk di am technical difficulties at suñ setup bi tey but once we are in rek dinañ duga into the segment of straight talk Habib can you get us Habib
I struggle with what I am.
Wow, it's I think it's everywhere, man. Yeah, new digger. Well, anyway, guys, I think we would just go on. Habib. We supposed to have a segment of straight talk. I'm fi Habib Fall at Sana, but it looks like everyone is having some troubles. Once we are all set up, or even if we are not set up, we would just make use of what we have right now. Tey suñ topic bi nag bëggoon nañoo waxtaanee the story between Real de Banjul at FFB. Réeréewu ñu mbir ne last schedule Real de Banjul bi dafa waroon a play at home. Sana, guys. Yeah. Sana, yaa ngi ba. So Réeréewu ñu mbir ne last schedule bi Real de Banjul were supposed to play at home, but apparently FFB then go reschedule to Bakau Independence Stadium B, and it brought some conflict between Real de Banjul and FFB. That would be one of the topics we're going to discuss today. Since we discuss something that we recently have a conversation within ourselves, which is conflict of interest. You look into that and how it affects people you're having you see post your is between two teams. Manam, vice president in the Real de Banjul executive and vice president within the federation be Sibopam. Habibi, let's check with you that Nula Munadega.
Yeah. Do you hear me?
You will. Wow, the family sana tam dem na.
Wow, when you're not one airport, I don't know.
Okay. Sana, can you get us?
Yeah.
All right. All is well. Again, we apologize. We had some technical difficulties and some personal lacking from my side. Guys, welcome to the show, Straight Talk. We have a lot to talk about, Sana.
Absolutely.
Wow, jërëjëf Ras ñu ngi jégalu rek si fans yëpp ñoo xam ne toog nañ an hour to wait for this show and ñu ngi naa wax ne we apologize and this is beyond us and then it's sometimes these technical issues are bound to happen but what is the more important is we are back and then to a very interesting show because ñëpp xam nañ ne straight talk moom du dee yomba dee nekk lu straight forward te ñu jégalu rek but at the end of the day interest in Gambian football la ñun in as much as we are sometimes very emotional but li gën a taxaw mooy ñun Gambia kenn mënut a wax ne we are a part of it we part of it football la ñu am comme li ma dee wax rek there is no single day dañ fi dee ñëw di wax affaire leneen liñ fi dee wax mooy Gambian football we never talked about volleyball we never talked about basketball it's only football that we're talking about so fa lañ bokka so foofu lañ am so obviously we will do everything in our powers to make sure we enlighten nit ñi ba pare wax luy dëgg bi because nekkuñ fi pour far wax because bëgg naa diw mu tax maay jéem a ñagas dëgg bi loolu moom teguñu fi. We will be very truthful because Gambia would come first.
Yes, thank you so much, Sana. Habibu Fall, balaa maa laa dalal rek di wax fans naka followers yoo xam ne ñu ngi seetaan and they expecting a very, very interesting show. This show would be very, very interesting. Mun naa leen a guarantee loolu. And like Sana said, dinañ apologize for some of the schedule yoo xam ne miss nañ ko, and apologize for starting late because of some technical and personal difficulties. Habibu Fall dinaa la dalal tey xam naa ne the topic buñ bugg a ubbee nekk na topic boo xam ne yow di am nga si interest trop because it's between Real and GFF. But before ñu dugg si topic si, let me just tell everyone tey lu ñoo discuss the saga between Real and GFF. Suñ fa jógee dinañ discuss affaire conflict of interest, gis one person holding very important roles between these two groups and having to decide, fan la moo gën a wéeru or not. Suñ fa jógee tamit bëgg nañoo layte ndax women football seen FA bi dina daw nda du daw because gis nañ ne first division league bi about 3 games moo des te dégguñ dara si affaire FF. Balaa ñuy even éega si boobu noonu bëgg nañoo layte saaga GFF bi ak Real bu Banjul naka la affecté women football first division schedule si. Suñ jógee foofu noonu tap dinañ dugga si men's FA Cup round 16 at round 18 bu ñëw dugga si. Habib ñu ngi laa dalal waay.
Well, it's always nice to be here, even though lately we are not consistent like communicating because of some difficulties. So if you are living in the diaspora, maybe you don't understand the schedules are a little bit tight. So we are not coming as it should be while you work as a team. We put our house in order. So passé Lulu. There are many interesting topics to talk about. Of course, in the flowing more trend on Gambian football. So I think it will be something very, very interesting. So compare your guys to handle you set your four commercial, and then we give our opinions. Actually, like come on, go ahead. We are not scared to talk about the facts. Because we are not boy anybody. So Gambia or is Gambia first. So sometimes we know they are in the other camp. Why it's nothing intense. It's personal. It's about just Gambia. In life, there are only 2 things involved. So who they are? When on media, they are fan and electoral. So even though we are human beings, we are bound to make mistakes. And you do make, they know at the same platform you want to got it wrong. Why basically you should target more to make money our football or our sports. We get done the right way, in the most interest. It doesn't matter. You need to affiliate with based on personal interest. So we expect to have a very good show. So I think that's what the guy, you got the boss driver, so we go.
The boss we more, I'm saying, do you must stop Kembuje or whatever, but sorry, straight Lamoda, so strapland, Sana, like Habibi said, we always talking about trending news in Gambia, and we know one of the hot takes right now, Moneka, Real de Banjul having a home game, and the GFF competition department felt like it's necessary to switch that home game and take it to the Bakau Stadium. Guys, this is just background information. Real de Banjul didn't like the idea, and they decided, hey, we also can retaliate in a sense. Soon feel we then go take to non-Real de Banjul GFF games. Sana, is these outcomes normal? FFB didn't change a schedule of a team that was supposed to play home and send it to Bakau.
Well, first of all, I think that's it's very disappointing that they had to take somebody's home game irrespective of whether Real de Banjul la woon or Brikama or any other club la, you had a home and away. I mean, they asked you where you want your home games to be played. Pitch. And in this case, Real de Banjul has listed Basel as their home ground. So this is any reason why do they have to play in the Independence Stadium with Biko twice in the season? It's unprofessional. And the competition department needs to be ashamed of themselves, and all they need to do right now is to come out and apologize, or they need to apologize to the general public, because this is not only about Real de Banjul Football Club, REC, the executive, me, Willie, me, Bucks, me, anybody, but also there are fans that want to go to Barcelona and watch their home team. You know, so it's unacceptable that game somebody's home game, Jaiko Dole, you go play anywhere you want to play. That's wrong. What is wrong is wrong. Even though of late I will beat Real de Banjul with a lot of sticks, but digga mom digga rekla. It is not right. It is not. It's unethical for the competition department. I'm not gonna put this on the federation. You know, if you want to see the bigger picture, yes, we can blame the federation for it. But there is a specific department who is responsible in scheduling games, and that is the competition department. So obviously they failed in their responsibilities to adhere to the rules. You said man plays my home game. He's supposed to play his home game like Sifco and with no explanation. That's wrong. It is wrong. And Real de Banjul retaliated and then closed up all their pitches, which is right. In fact, they shouldn't have allowed unless their home games are brought back to Basel. None of the GFF games should hold in Basel. Wow. But in this case, it is Real de Banjul doing, because they allowed a lot the guy allowed. But I'm more eager to position be, and I think to make sure that those things doesn't happen, we need to follow the simple rules.
That's
Brikama United.
Go on, and then Malal says simple rules here. No.
Brikama United would have never ever would have their home game been shifted to another place. Brikama St. Phil Mugiba. It would never happen. Why do you have to do it at Real de Banjul? Is it simply because the rivalry between Real de Banjul and Hawks the guy into the play? Because a lot of people are saying the next competition department they are Hawks. So just for Hawks to have an easy ride, that's why they don't want Real de Banjul to have their advantage.
Well, that point we're gonna touch on more. So you say a very conflict of interest. Go on.
We need to play this game fairly. We need to, irrespective of Fallen-Tolusi competition. Yes, everybody wants to win, but when we win, we win cleanly. We have to play the game fair. So in saying so, it's important. Once large team, I want Gold Project to be my home games. You have 18 games to play. 9 games and yet don't go schedule see home. People want the popular play. That's why you want to play. So pitch Lolo do problem with team over. Some problem la. You ask them the color of their jersey. And they said white or red. I'll play with white on my home and red away. So what do you do? I have seen teams in the Gambia that their points have been taken because they know on the pitch in the SN away jersey and they want to play at home. I have seen it. And the NF stood by their words to say these are the rules.
Sana, I'm going to continue to see a very rules here, but let me switch it on Habibi. These are rules or contracts or whatever it is. And I want to look at this CFFB perspective. I would think that before season BD before Real they say, okay, you can use our field, there should be a contract between Real and FFB. Now, okay, for this duration of time, legally we are bound to allow you guys to use the field. Habibi, nakala Real di muna, I know, even if we say that FF is wrong, Real is right, how could Real just make that decision right there and say, okay, then your teaching field be affecting other schedules? Like, is there no contract bo hamne signing legally to say okay, the season be jail? I'm just trying to understand how things work. Real, how powerful Real is to make that decision on a flip. Lola Buga understand, Habib. I think that then Nyagat Habib is struggling to come in. But Sana, like I said, how powerful is Real to just make that decision right there? Okay, feel be taking a women's first division schedule C do Ahmad. Is there no contract between these two people to not allow that? Habib yang ñu dégga. Habib yang ñu dégga. Sana duga sil ben muna am Habib. Yeah, yang ngi mute. Sa mic bi mi ngi mute.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I would doubt that if there's a written contract binding both parties prior to the beginning of the season to say, okay, we're going to use this for the whole season. I think it only came into play FF used Real de Banjul St. Pitby when they have a scarcity of grounds. When they failed into renovate the pikes, and then before the start of the season. So our choice, the only choice they had is to come with Real de Banjul. And I think coming out, let's take, sometimes we need to take our personal relationship when it comes to business. We need to outline things clearly. The the issue of Bucksmoy force vice president, the federation be, he's going to convince Willie and Passama. And then I'm gonna worry then part and you play games for who. That's Gambian syndrome. Yes, you play for games. Unfortunate things happen come the real time protests. Lolo more faneka. I stand to be corrected. But I don't believe that there is a written contract binding both parties. I don't think so. So and then Lolo limo insinuate more. Yange make one party very vulnerable, and that is what happened as the situation. The federation hands are tied to the corner where I'm moving for against St. Baba. Yes, the competition department messed up. Jai Real de Banjul dole, legi Real de Banjul retaliate. Fi ñoko mom do len fi play. Lun simon dara. Nothing. So it will end up being a problem or a conflict of interest between the Real de Banjul officials. This is what is going to happen. And
so
according to some,
let's do see that conflict of interest. How man that didn't muna dega Habibi, because bugana dega more point of view in this case. We know come no lower on Habibi Drobat, but lower on some people may feel like the competition department is dominated by Hawks guys, and therefore the decision to change the schedule may lean on their side some more. Habibi, can you hear us? Because wow, with this whole thing, we just wanted to know what your take is about Louis Damni.
Yeah, first and foremost, Louis Hewani is just unacceptable, number one. Number two, what at the first place. What it makes no sense. Basole is available, dara xewut fa, GFF am nañ moto bu dee yóbbu defal yi dinañ indi, no problem. Gisuma benn reason why the competitive department ñu am the guts di schedule suñ team home game am ñu ko play at the same venue fu ñu play the first leg. And nekkul ne ñoom they were informed lately, they were informed earlier. We reminded them of our home games because man li nekk na loo xam ne dama ko I've seen this coming. For some reason, I don't know why, but I feel this foul play long before. I didn't have any reason to feel that way, but I felt it. So ma feel that way really like all. Maniko, we have to check how many games they play home and away. Yeah, I understand. Lii laa ko wax because man I'm very particular
Yeah,
about
guys,
my
ngeen
club.
baalal ñu today moom nekkul suñu log, but Habib, are you with us again?
Yeah,
Waa
I'm
continue.
there. Man, like I said, for some reason, I was feeling a foul play that I'm somewhere. I'm on reason to feel that way, but I felt it. So when I feel it that way, dama call Willie. Maneko, how many home matches lañ play ak away? Willie mu call manager, ne ko mu check ko, manager check ko, mu put ko on a paper. You said in the first round, yan matches lañ play home ak away pour ñu mëna xam how many matches do we need to play at Basuri. That was checked. And we have a professional there, Mamadou Ba. He is writing all the letters. Loo xam ne club bi daf ko def. Leader Banjul du club bu ndaw. Dañ dee binda te dañ dee copy. Saa boo leen ooyee they have the facts. Mun nañ laa woon all the letters yu gaa binda to the FF concerning about these things. But for some reason, they want to play foul. They want to play foul. So
But what is
I don't know.
what is their reason? The FFB communicating to Real, okay, this is why we are switching this. Might be some logistical problems, might be for convenience, might be. What is the FF reason more than you switch?
No,
Do you know?
They don't. As far as I know, they don't have a reason. And I'm hearing some hearsay in the background now. Lately, they are trying to play. They are trying to downplay this home and away thing, just to defend their act. So we are not stupid. We are in the 24th century. Don't want to. The fact that there are people in the competitive department, they are Hawks. It's not something hidden. And they support Hawks openly. When I was at the stadium when Hawks defeated Port 2-0, I arrived, I saw them jubilating in the stadium. Knowing Kosa. The guy didn't hide it. And he turned around and he was saying, Elder Bangle, he called him on the spot. Majakar Lomom. The first thing I said was, I am disappointed that people like yourself, whom I have high regards and respect, you run some football, you run competitive department, it's not
But
bad
Ras,
to affiliate. It's not bad.
Straight talk like that.
No, I'm coming. Sorry, I'm coming. It's not bad to ñëpp xam nañ ne Modou Diagne Hawks la.
It's not bad.
ñëpp xam nañ ne Diagne non dégul
Yeah.
ñëpp xam nañ ne Diagne Hawks la.
Yeah.
True and true loolu nëbul kenn du blame Diagne for not being Hawks, but you cannot if you support Hawks in your heart, but su nekkee ne yow Hawks nga nekk si stadium bi Hawks scored a second goal, but I came late. Second goal yi Hawks bi mu ngi fekk ma maa ngi si bunti stade bi, so bu ma jógee I met Diagne. He was jubilating and he said the Banjul, and he said something mu jàkkaarloo man kat. So man lu ma ko wax mooy I'm disappointed, because I don't expect people like yourself who I have high regards for muy jubilate in this manner, and then on top of that you call a club that I love and adore, that is the Banjul. So léegi loolu mu maa jox man as a pass because dama ko fekkee man du ma fekk su Diagne su taxawee dama wax the same thing. Léegi loolu lu mooy indi mooy okay, so the reason why these people insisted, because Diagne moo signed the last letter, so this is lu ma jox mooy okay, kon the fact that they are trying to push our game here, and I'm seeing this guy happy te mu ngi work on the competitive department te Ibou Faye mooy defar fixture, then foul play bi nga xam ne man moom laa nekkoon di feel dama ko gis te I'm not scared to say it, man amul dara lu ma ragal te lu ma wax nekkuma di sos, and there are people there who saw him jubilating. They were there. One of them was the current armed forces coach. He was there, and some other JFF people. You know, it was not hidden. It was in the open for everyone to see. So, li dafa tax man lu ma foogoon yëpp I'm vindicated, because gis naa actions yoo xam ne dafa resemble man suma fear. Yaa ma understand? lu tax Ibou Faye mooy defar fixos yi Ibou Faye du musa schedule maaji waa Banjul o Banjul United seen home match du ko musa schedule Basuri never it's not gonna happen why should they schedule
So
our home match?
you mean Wa Banjul or Banjul United have not played in Basel?
No, lu ma mean if KG5 was available
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
teams yooyu am home match duñ ko schedule Basuri they rather go to the stadium than Basuri lu tax it and secondly it's not really the Banjul's fault ne other teams yi amuñ home pitch and still now the difference between Real de Banjul and those teams ras mooy those teams the places they are calling home stadium moomuñ leen. For example, because Momut Stadium is for Gambia. KG5 is owned by anybody. There is only one team in the Gambia in the league. Kumom a ground, boham a team be common. So become box bar guy moment nekone team bi momom box bar. Gelda Bangle no mom sen field. So what is this? What on earth? More wara stop lolu. Guy di schedule some game and knowing it because biggest strength is in the stadium because backup team la all send parents family loved ones yep they are not feeling okay mun nañu walk to come to the stadium and push their team and fans are really important to their team te so xolé match bobu nonu first half it was all Real de Banjul but second half the fans didn't push team. So they were on top of us. So the target, man, as the Real de Banjul guy, the target was to give us a run for our money, put you on a tough game, either to lose or to draw. Because there are no reasons to schedule a home team. I saw Rhino play 2 of their home matches also at the stadium. I don't know if Rhino home. I'm not too sure if their home match is at the stadium or at the golf project. But they did the same thing happened to Rhino. 2 of their matches played at the stadium. But that's not my problem.
I think
that's not my problem.
I think they come your lower. Real de Banjul is the only team who have concrete. Dinañ mëna wax ne suñ home game fii la moo nekk because am nañ suñ own facility, and that's normal. You would not see Arsenal playing a home game Wembley Stadium against West Ham. They play West Ham one time, and then the second time they fire them to Arsenal Stadium because they have a ground. All the other teams don't have a ground, so that the competition department can use that as an excuse to say, okay, the next schedule send home game be goal project, or the next schedule send home game be Zirkava, or the next schedule Banjo, and then the teams have to work with these things. But when it comes to Real, they have their ground, and I just believe that it was very unusual who knew get something like that. But Habibi, let's talk about this, Tamit. Obviously, we know that some of these people have their teams. Yo, I'm not Real, man, I'm not Real. You know, Giant, I'm not Hawks. Bucks, I'm not Real. And he's not just like us fans. He's an executive member. He's also an executive member, say FFB. And we are talking about conflict of interest. And this time I want to look at these people holding this position, how funny or how uncomfortable la de muna nega for them. Real amnen conflict at FFB. Bucks is a VP at Real, is a VP at FFB. These two are going head to head. He's right in the middle. Where does he stand?
Yeah, Lulu is in Balama. I think go further. I'm not going to Nyambas. Balama come into this. The league, GFF, or everybody within our football, you get one league be the quarter turn to at least semi-pro league. So one of those criteria, the only team who all those criteria is Real de Banjul. You am home. You am a top secretariat. Bohamne is on mic in the Gambia. We have the best secretariat in a well-located place around the stadium. And then not one boss, and then 3. Even Sporting Real have their own boss. So all the criteria Linga need to be a professional team, Real de Banjul ñoo ko am. I think the federation and everybody involved in the sport should emulate Real de Banjul instead of trying to look at them differently. So going forward, they should be taking example on Real de Banjul. Even in a good classroom, sometimes look at Ras or Sana. For example, they give an example on they have merits. So this club is a giant club, and they have to lead the way when it comes to moving Gambian football to the next level.
Yeah.
Exporting of players to Europe. Real is doing all what a club should do to change the narratives, and that's what we are doing. But there was a time we are ranked 12 in Africa for exporting players. So it's a good thing. On top of that, ground. Everything you need. The only thing the bank pay players more salaries or more wages. Why everything is in place for the team. Other teams should emulate that.
And you also have an executive who is in the FF and is in Real de Banjul.
Yes. And then Fufula Buganyo. We have so many appeals in the past. Real de Banjul appeal. Still now they are in the air. The verdict we knew. Man, Mosuma gis backs. Mu push things towards us. He is trying to fight for us to win favors. Man Mosubu gis. You can comment below. Man Mosuma gis backs. Sometimes I even ask questions. Like when I think that someone feeling we are not treated fairly, that man don't understand it. Even though we have people in the FF, we are not giving our due. Deputy first round, when you put new players for Majesty first round. What is this? So Bax is working for the federation. And there are rumors circulating. He is not happy about Basel being closed because he works for the federation. So if that is the case, okay, Mom defend the federation. And I think Gambians around the communist throw stone in this regard. Because they're going to, he's defending where he's working, like the FF. Because FFB, Gambia Komom, Real de Banjul, there are people running the club, Mom Willie Pasama. So if Bax is running, is working for the federation, which is owned by Gambians, but have the stakeholders in your vote. Man, smart defend man. Real de Banjul like defend because I'm not working for the federation. He is voted into by certain stakeholders at teams.
Is he not work?
Point of correction.
Yeah.
He is voted into office. He is voted into office because he is from Real de Banjul. Because all the executive members need to be members of clubs. They are representative of clubs that are in the federation. So let's get that straight.
No, from our hemoy. No, from our hemoy. No, from our hemoy. The family. So they may jail jabar. So they have jabar. So jail sa jabar. How many nataka jabar munyo sakir, and then there's a conflict between your wife and your mom. Sa jabar. Bax Real de Banjul. But he is Real de Banjul need law voting. It's a partnership thing. He's working. But right now, if Bax was openly fighting for Real de Banjul, imagine the noise. Bax is not happy in Real de Banjul, then take Basoli. Noise bobu bariwut.
No,
the noise is no Magenyo. Subax them on the side with Real de Banjul. For example, Bax more force for Real de Banjul. That noise will be bigger because all the other 20 teams, all the teams in the league, first and second division, will not be happy on that. I'm not saying he's doing the right thing. I'm telling you, the position he took, this rumors will circulate. It's a fact. He's not happy with Real de Banjul. That's Real de Banjul's problem and the Real de Banjul fans and faithful. But he is trying to defend Real de Banjul against the FF. Noise bobo moy gëna because imagine
if man popular defending Real de Banjul on facts, it's not a problem. To me, it's not a problem. But defending Real de Banjul on things that are not right is what is my problem. So the Bucks was trying to defend Real de Banjul for injustice because the competition department scheduled their game stadium twice. Every genuine football stakeholder should understand that because so my thing is it's not about Real de Banjul, but this is about defending the truth. We need to defend the truth. It would have been better for Bakary to come out and defend Real de Banjul to say this is not right. Now, if he is angry, so take Real de Banjul for closing their pitch to the FF because you have protests, then he is not fair to Real de Banjul. Because Real had all right to protest the decision. They didn't say that they are not going to play. They played and made their point clear. Which is understandable. Because Head doesn't play when they will lose the points.
Absolutely.
Schedule send game, send home ground, they could still do the same thing and get the point. This is what should go out of that federation. Li Kumase would tell Dorawa. Why we have seen these things happening over and over and over and again. Gambian football, one serious thing when nepotism. I don't agree with you, they will fight me.
Yep.
Man, I don't like Kaba, they're going to make my team relegate. And how do we develop football if you think that everybody should be on the same page with you? It's not realistic. Because
basically,
anybody so we can move forward in a public office, you need to be bold enough, thick skin to listen to all parties. In your favor, or you have to listen to the sensible minds, the positive ones. You ask to move forward, but it only seems like that this federation only acts if people make noise outside.
Sana, man, you have got my affair. Man, I'm a straightforward guy. I'm not defending anybody. I'm only defending my club in this situation. Man, really like defend because we are on the legged path. Then you turn, you dole. Nyaka play Basel, you can bear me witness. Man, when you play home games in the first round, what I told you, man, then gonna take Basel if I can play. Man, I've been saying this, look at it. I've been saying this. Yo, Buguloma, by one guy, yo, man, Buguloma plays market, but you wanna play there. Man, since day one, Lawane, we for play. I'm happy that they did that. Any I'm fighter, I'm jump. No longer there. But the Malawane, positioning backs in this situation, the Malawane, if he was defending Real de Banjul, even if the act is right, noise be the far evaporate all over the country. I see that appeal against Ports. The family Hawks like an affect because they were making the most noise. Even though Ports they were noise, the Ports that point is important because they are almost is they're about relegate. Just to show you. Yeah. So Bucks is trying to do something Lohamed Real de Banjul. You think how Hawks will take it? Hawks will not take it lightly. They're going to get final guy. But in this case, the fact that you play at Biko at home, none of these teams is making noise about it because it favors them. Because
Habib, man, I'm not fan of the problem be like, you know, muy Bucks, muy Giant, muy yo, even yo sabab sa wangane. Yo, Real de Banjul ngay farla. And we all know these things. These are not like hidden. You know what I'm saying? But
if they got it wrong, if Real de Banjul got things wrong, that man, I'm a man of my word. If the club got things wrong, I will not come on air and defend the act. No way.
No, understand exactly like. But even if Real de Banjul have done something wrong and you made the right decision, put yourself in one of these guys' shoe. Let's say you were Giant and you made a decision, but the entire Gambia knew that Habibi loves Real de Banjul. Low Muna def right decision. People are gonna look at you as a Real de Banjul fan first, and that's gonna affect the way that they see this judgment. Man fuma fogne fofu la problem bi neka moy. If I want to use Habibi passionam wala qualification am into the FF, I'm gonna use Habibi in a position bo hamne it's not gonna affect the competition. It's not gonna affect other teams. Yeah, I understand. Why smaller let's say for example, smaller Jilon Madefla competition department, and you make a decision bo hamne Real de Banjul is involved, people are gonna say the farm interest, and that's a conflict. And I believe Mandama Fogne, and I've been told that this is even other countries, this is how they do it. You have to be part of the club. But I think it's wrong to be part of an executive of a club and be an executive in the FF, or be of a club and be making decision that's gonna affect your club and other clubs in the FF. Man, I just think that these things are wrong.
Plus, if there's a constitution, it is not life. Sometimes you know you have the key feel boka, but if you follow the rules, so follow the rules. This case in hand, is the easiest of case. Plus, it's ABC. Females home. Every club that they register home away, then I register a home venue for play because of teams in Gambia are home. Some will choose goal project, some will choose stadium. I can tell you this. If there was a team living around Jiboro, it's not far from Basori, they would have opted to play their home matches at Basori because it's close, and then some of their fans can come and watch them easily. So no laugh at them. Case be do case. Don't even do it at the first place. So ne Basori dafa float or feel the bahut, or there is a problem you don't want them. Okay, this is circumstances beyond our control. But young fire use both male and female. Young fire play second division. Young fire play women football. Young fire play all the games. But team being hamne moment play. Like I said, if the team refuses to play against Biko, points you then could lose. You're gonna lose the points. So why should they do it? Work as a team is one thing, but being professional is another thing. Just do it right. Just do it right. I've seen them jubilating. Point blank, in my eyes. And there are people who can attest to that. They were there. And only on jubilation, you said Real de Banjul, and you said taxi law it shouldn't be. So Lolo is obvious, man. Luma nekon the fear is a fact. It's a fact because you have many home team that they am advantage at home. Not that I win all your matches, but playing in your home, all your home, some fans yet new, Lolo advantage. What another team they them at home, you do go 2-0, team bobu you do go 3 or 4. Home advantage more than
home games that are important to grounds more important to because dafa fekk ne ñun amuñ grounds amuñ lot of options pour ñu mëna sédo games yi bu baaxa ba but these kind of things for also affect to Real de Banjul at Hawksrek at other teams around it but also dafa affect women football first division fixtures. This topic is very good and it's no surprise that you spend almost an hour to talk about this thing. But guys, we're gonna have to move on. So if you wanna cover some other parts of
one thing. Beka bañate ak Fox yep kuñ fi schedule sa home game baso di doko nangu di nga yuhu beñu uyusla right now fu bi tolu nga wara Hawks wara am home majam stadium nga dang ko yubu baso di think about it Beka wara am home majam wanna play start nga yuko baso di think about it
wow That's unusual. That's unusual.
And in this case,
didn't put move on because we have spent a lot of time on this topic, and it's topic bit of co-deserve. It's a very interesting one. But like I said, this thing affected Real at Hawksrek or the male team. That also affect women football. You have ne basori in down plays and games and Real banning non-Real JFF games for Funono, meaning the women football last weekend dohut. Nobody played. None of the teams played. With all the preparation, with all the spending money, can play out. And we are in the middle of the week, Sana. And among any statement from the FF or the competition department addressing this issue, players are going to practice not knowing that they didn't play this weekend, women football fixtures. The lack of communication from the FF, man, fofula have some sort of reservation, because I think that at this point you would at least come out and tell me, hey Ras, cancellation games, it was unfortunate. But going forward, we can assure you ne sa game bi dinañ ko yóbbu fele wala dinañ ko play fele wala sa game bi do play. That way I can plan towards my weekend. But to have my players come to practice every single day, halfway into the week, how man that didn't play and that do not play, I that just doesn't sit well with me, Sana.
It doesn't sit well with nobody. This is how shameful it is in how some of these teams are treated, especially teams who are not in their consultant games here. Last week, I did talk about structures, different structures in different areas, especially women football, which needs a lot of attention. How do we move to the next level if we are not taking women football seriously? And this, for God and heaven's sake, these teams that you are disrespecting, that's how I call it, they are the reason why you are in the federation. These are the key stakeholders in football. This is not even how Nawetan committees are run. A game is scheduled, there is a scarcity of pitches. Man, come out and send an email to the teams. But you cannot let the team stay in limbo. Not cancel some game with no authentic reason. The only reason you gave is your game is unfortunate that we have cancelled your game until further notice. The teams deserve better. This shows you that I don't want to get into that, but this shows you how incompetent some of the individuals that are working in the federation are. And this is what people have been crying for. Kuwa Degarek Nutiela as an enemy of the federation. No, it is not. But we don't expect a full football federation. I'm not saying a full football association, a federation to be wrong like this. You have the 7 administrative areas working under you as a federation. So if you can't manage the teams that are playing in the National League, how do you manage the regional associations? No wonder. We are having bad regional associations, and they are not being wrong, not competency in the regional association, and we are just looking at them like that. Not develop grassroots football. If the basic things you have, these are come out of schoolboy errors, and these are not errors; these are deliberate because it's happening week in, week out. They will come new cancel game with no explanation, and they wouldn't even let you know that's the next week game we didn't hold. It's shameful. It's really shameful. And you talking about making this league a pro league or a semi-pro league. Someone who cannot even manage an amateur league, how did you expect to manage a pro league? We have to be truthful. We need to speak the truth in new one to digger. How those offices are working in that federation, we need to change our mindset. Anybody who is there the leadership needs to definitely work on the ethics. They need to work on the ethics. A competition department needs to do the job to the best of their ability. How many people are working under that competition department? Just to come out and tell the people the truth. We can't play this weekend game because we don't have pitches. Communicate to teams. Even if you don't want to go out in public, talk to the teams.
Sana, on their end, they have done that. They have done that in that day when cancel the games. Canceling games, and the reason is because field be available. But also, they need to give us more. They cannot just tell us that, because it's not like that was the last game of the season that then got cancelled. Going forward, what do you give?
Not a game like I cancel. Not a game like I cancel. You talking about the women's league? We will take that as a reference. How many games have they cancelled on the 11th hour?
Barina.
Do we continue to be cancelling game at the 11th hour?
Barina.
Teams spend thousands of dollars to prepare for that particular game. You come in, the only thing you give them probably 2,000 or 3,000 pass a would come. Is that right? We can't continue to be doing that. Unforeseen circumstances. Fine, one can understand. It means they are not properly planning the league. That's the hard fact. If you don't plan to succeed, you're always planning to fail. And in this case of the National League, both male and female, this is the problem. How many weeks does we have the women football playing?
Very good.
The male league we boom dore. Not most of female teams to talk during. And you don't give them any time frame because they start league. You keep them training every day for 3, 4 months, 5 months, league without. I mean, you telling me that they had a proper planning? Because the hard male league be one year, it seems that they are not even planning on how to have a contingency plan. They don't. It's really sad. It's really sad.
I think the women football is one area Bohamne is very neglected. Later start. Even when they started, they had a Ramadan break. You have 30 days Ramadan break to prepare to resume on time. But better, they were late on resuming after Ramadan. And then, Santa Yara resumed, and we got to this point, and now the games are being cancelled without, before them done go at the JFF for saying send communication of their desk. And lately, for some reasons, they are improving on it. Then they muna know live every other day, try to tell people what's going on. And I was very disappointed after canceling these games this weekend. We were all looking forward to that press release when you just more information about Lanmoneka and solution going towards in fixtures you desk. But they went through that segment, talk about everything that they talk about. And they barely spent enough time to talk about women football at Louis Dow, because this is big to us. It's not
prioritized. Let's split the truth. Ras, they are coming out to communicate to people because people have been crying for far too long. So they think that, okay, it's political time. We can just come in to please people. The federation, they are changing. They are doing this. This is the same federation that have been doing the same thing. Before you go and please the public on some of the things that you think you are doing, why can't you just please the team that voted you into office?
Right.
Those are the reasons that you are here talking office move. Why can't you please those people first? It's a high level of hypocrisy. If you
I'm gonna ask.
Truth, this is what I'm gonna tell you. You see, whatever they are doing on their Facebook page, fine. But this is long overdue. Bagasi Federation Bila. Federation Bila, they are there to run football. alali football la nañ ko dugal si football but before going and pleasing nit ñu nekk si biti ngay convince nit ñi si convincial or nga please ñoo xam ne ñoom ñoo ko deserve respect the teams that you are working with. Those are the teams that you using their name to gain to have funds from FIFA, especially women football. I keep saying this. Any fund we know see Gambian football, a chunk of it will be dedicated to women football. Are they putting the money on the right on the right place? Hell no. Amut. They don't. And this is the fact. Then pay talk we want the women football need motivation. Do musa am. FIFA don't have COVID halis for general guide mobility for easy access. Understand motor amut. They give you money for you to buy, materials for the women team. You go and buy from Senegal the lowest quality that you could ever have. Almost $500,000 have been pumped into women football offline. Who doubt it? We can talk about it.
Sana, these are extras. These are extras. Yo hamne that don't motivate guy come no ko wahe. But there are also basics. Basics yo hamne. You running a federation. You owe to us, and one of these basics more FA Cup. First Division women football have about 3 games left per season BJ. Communication again. I don't know the FA the FA do Habibi Fall. What are we doing? What's going on?
No, that's this really help Gambia for easy. It's not hidden. We've been lucky enough to be here for the past 8 years. We have JFF Newton football. In the past. I used to defend them on certain things because I'm forgetting Bugay sent first time into office. Those who were on them, I feel like it was too soon because I'm feeling there's a hidden agenda against them. So I defended GFF on many occasions. In fact, I'm not known your hamne or your hamne because of some stand then towards GFF. But seeing them from the first time, the second time. Man nit la te dama day évaluer bu baax xool naa lu bari am na yoo xam ne rafetlu woon na ko in the past am na yoo xam ne nag léegi somebody moo ma ko le hey Mustapha you know what mu ne ma it's good to defend but it's also good to investigate and get your facts it is very important that guy ba léegi maa ko thank you moom moo ma push to be checking on things so man time boobu dem naa jeex a few times waxtaan ak yi waaye I can easily give my evaluation of what happened in 8 years. Information is always key in anything. Why ñoom loolu is a problem. It's really a problem pour ñu ñëw wax la luy xew. ñu ngi follow all the other countries, Freetown, Liberia, South Sudan. ñooñu soo xoolee seen Facebook page bi nga xool relevant info yu ñu indi pour seen nit ñi xam ne lii mooy happen. Nga compare ko ak Gambia nga xam ne ñun we are miles away. We are really miles away.
Habib Nala buying a continent, do just information on Facebook there. Liberia, send U17 was in Austria. Playing against Austria and all these other teams playing against Morocco. I had a kid, Papa Suma While. We used to coach soccer camps together in the summer. Plays U17 Bogunon. And we are here talking about Lamin Jajo Denkawara in the but we don't have any projects whatsoever. The past years, but it's just saying lack of information or Facebook. There are other areas you have right now during the COVID or after the COVID. We don't have any projects for new level C. U23 we mënon nañ fa dugal ndaw yi ñu ñëw ñu play ñu feel more Gambian and stuff like that but continue si lu ma la doon laajte affaire FA bi at information.
Yeah, talking about that under 17 boobu noonu I read something about them dégg naa di passing ki nga xam ne moo amee that under 17 team bi daf ko bill I think bill na ko I don't know 4 to 5 years ago moom dafa ñëwoon am ay project gars yi di ko mu ne leen non man I need a long term program. That under 17 team is hard to beat. They are beating teams for fun. Because do you know why? The guy came with a plan 5 days ago, I don't know, or more, to prepare team, groom them to the way he want them to play. And now, even in Africa, team Bobo is beating teams for fun because they could prepare. More than about project. Ñun amuñ project because do you know why? Some of them who are there.
They didn't do Morocco. They beat Morocco.
Manila, they are beating teams for fun because you know why? The guy dafa jël time did a long term project pour mold those kids the way he want them to be. So right now, that results more nekk di génn. In the Gambia, amuñ long term project. Ñun we go with the hype. It's election year, they will make hype. So passe, everything is dead. You have to ask question, what is Abdoulaye Bojang doing, the under 17 coach? You think Abdoulaye is just happy to be coming to GFF and to coming to Estat and watch game? No. Abdoulaye would have been happy working with teams right now for a long-term project because he is good with trying to develop kids. So Hole Biko, send you for the develop. But Abdoulaye is just coming to watch games in at the stadium. Which he could have been used, given the right tool, Joko Moto, Joko, everything. Where's Matar Mouch? Unknown. Where are all the coaches? Unknown. Omar Cisse, unknown. Ki Alagi Sar, more radio with Timbi, Chan Timbi. Whether he say it or he don't say it, there is no proper planning. And then you expect.
These things are even extras. I was talking about the basic things you have domestically. Bir Gambia, you know, the Gori said FF Cup bit for them, league bit for them. No FA for the women.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that this is the world we are living. And then you have more than sad. Club owners is a club league. All the clubs in the Gambia can have a league. I'm a rep. You discuss li nga xam ne moo gën ci ñoom duñ ko def soo defoon loolu few of them for example Real de Banjul with all this league am a rep ñoom before ñuy discuss seen issues li nga xam ne moo leen a affect ñu ko yow to the FA bi mënta exist without the teams but teams yi because of the hypocrisy in our football soo ko bëggee def the biggest teams yi ñooy connive together and then the smaller teams do ñeme because I've learned that in Gambian football the teams yu mag yi duñ jee nangoo lead the way so teams yu ndaw yi dañoo ragal dañoo ne okay man suma bëggee make noise they're gonna stamp on me because who am I man awma xaalis awma field awma sax moto bu yóbbu player straight I'm a small guy trying to grow up so these smaller teams dañ jee ragal so information in the Gambia is a problem. Yes, it's a big problem. Nobody will talk. Can do what? Even those who are affected last so they get them in the streets, then you complain. Have now how many people normally call them a bro mangi follow so we linga wax degala why so ko deke may mu tagale melni den len liggey these are people spending their money in the team but anybody could am a team in the Gambia right you are spending money my experience now never time we were spending thousands on never time passing players. So that compare at a first division or a second. Bob is superior. But these people are acting like all is well. Ras can do. If they believe definitely, Bob say Munno is the stakeholders. They make life easy for them because doing complaint, doing cast.
Habib, yaa ngi sori sax si fédération si boppam dafa am yenn yoo xam ne dafa xew ñu wax ko ñoom seen boppam ñooy call di wax ne loolu la ñu wax yëpp dëgg la. ñoom seen boppa and what kind of people are we? I had a conversation kenn si ñoom ma ne ko next time soo ma ko waxee rek I'll make sure that na la expose because so waree am di got nga ñëw nga xam ne ñoo wax ne ne lii dëgg la ba pare nga ñëw taxaw and you will be there, you will be muted or nga bëgg a different guy on other areas. I will expose you.
Let me tell you one thing.
For example, I'm not time we talked about this FIFA fund. A top official at the federation calling people, telling us, "Wow, Lisa Degala, Manta Manyugu Masili Dara, never Basang and Awali." I mean, I said, what?
I can say that. I can say because man mi wax ni man mu laa wax ni a top executive member call na ma nit call na ma when we were talking about the projects. Mu ne ma, you guys are doing a great job. You know why he was saying that? He wasn't part of it. Under normal circumstances, moom war naa xam fan la xaalis bi jaar, war naa xam all the contracts. But because he wasn't part of it, he was okay ne ñun ñu ngi we are whistling. We were like whistleblowers. He loved it. So you could see even among themselves, soo si bokkutee rek dañ see bëgg a xeex a suuf. So loolu moo la tax suñ football du mun a dem kanam last because do you know why? These are people.
The family
Because that's these people don't even watch the football.
I agree with you.
They don't even watch. They don't even watch the league. They don't even watch the league.
I'm not low was the beginning of your statement, which shines the light on unity. You know, because Mandama realized even though I'm a distance away, especially in women football, wanga affaire am team reps. Team reps we ñu mëna communicate with the authorities tegal len okay ñun li moy suñ questions li moy suñ comments li moy suñ concerns, but they don't have it. The same thing loy wax ni tamit, you know what I'm saying, Sana said it because you know yo bokulo si panketi ngente bi you feel like okay now I'm gonna go and say, you know what I'm saying, science mom momu dom bi xam nga lu ma experience. It's very important for us to come and say, okay, let's sit down, let's organize ourselves, let's reorient ourselves. So if you're young in Gambia, you are going through these struggles, have a voice. So voice. This group would represent you. This group would go out and say, hey, FFB, you know what? We have a women football coming from FIFA. We should at least have a FA Cup. Women team see Bollywood. First league be Bollywood. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the FA Cup. These are interesting things, but I feel like come here.
Sorry, man, I have a 6 o'clock meeting at SWAT team. So and I have to do it virtual. So I can only have 10 more minutes because I need to prepare myself for that meeting as well.
It's all right. That's okay because if FA Cup be mom happy we like no buga so go if more mugen new dugal si FA because he watches all the games.
Yeah,
but
I've just seen.
Sana, let's start with you. See FA Cup since you would be leaving very soon. This FA Cup is nothing different. Just 9 Division 2 teams you body upsetting Division 1 teams. One team that is in there is Immigration. They are doing very well. See Division 2 teams, you get 9 Carnifin Tamit. Overall, nakanga say this FA Cup, and where does the balance lie, you know, between 4th Division teams versus 2nd Division teams going to the final?
Well, it's interesting because the 2nd Division team are making their point, their intentions very, very clear towards the end of the last 8, I believe, because I think we go towards the last 8 now. It's good that we are upset see this kind of competition, even though I would definitely want the top teams to win it, for the simple reason I want to see like a team we gonna represent Gambia in the Confederation Cup, and I believe the financial muscles are not with the 2nd Division teams too.
That's true.
But the team that they will definitely make us represent the country out in the continental championship are all boiled out, and then now it's going to be the survival of the fittest, and then it is everybody's opportunity to win it. Elite did great. They won. They are tied today.
Elite didn't do it before.
Yeah, then they'll be on penalties.
Wow.
And they're going to the next round. So it's getting more interesting because the last 8 now, it could be anybody's opportunity, you know. And I believe Gamtel is still there. Jara knows how to win the FA Cup, Dapnako, and then I'm sure he will want to repeat it again. And it's going to be really, really interesting. And I think what we have to work on now is how we can get these games shown on TV for other wider audience to keep enjoying it. because it's an interesting competition.
Yeah.
You know, and I think focus with the Fawara shift to that right now. Mange Earth Federation, if they have the resources to allow Gambians around the world to watch it, you know, also see what the second division teams can offer, you know, in terms of their capabilities, especially the teams that are really working hard to be in the first division. I think that would be great. It's great to see the balance, whether the second division is the second division league, it's competitive or not. People like me know very well it's one of the most competitive league in the country. You know, even though the mentalities and the approaches are different, the first and second division we have a different approach. But the Gambian second division league, it's really, really very, very competitive. That has to be said. And this only shows me, you know, the margin between the first and second division hitting a Bollywood. You know, if second division teams can keep upsetting the first division teams, you know, it's something that it's really positive. So you have to be, as a first division team, you need to be at the top of your game. You know, you need to be at your best to be able to win defeat any second division team. But I'm really glad, like the teams like Immigration, you know, are still in, you know, Nige fight Buba to stay in the competition.
That immigration team is a team boo xam ne dinañ meet a first division team in Brikama. Gis nañ ne Brikama ñoom seen last game bi Seni Bojang at Ibrahima Bangura guys seen goals he was enough to book them a place. Habibi gis nañ the same Brikama struggling last season. While this season they have an impressive season, you know, third in the league and also in the final 8. What is difference? What is the difference here for Team Brikama at Coach B comparing this season and last season?
Well, but I might go into that. So, Sang mentioned something very important. Lumabwa you could put in my teams in Hamne, put teams in Hamne, you represent Gambia into CAF or teams in Hamne, you represent Gambia. But not long ago, I saw CAF we getting a deadline for Hamne. Will do favor Gambia. So meaning, I don't know whosoever win the league or the FA Cup, it will be too late because time we CAF they have put more register.
That July 31st deadline.
Wow, it's worrying. So I don't know what our
new call loose. I'm sure they didn't know it, but he was just talking about CAF send deadline, but no.
I'm seeing you. How many for
no continent.
So I don't know what the FF gonna do about that. Or then, like I said, humanly, we are expecting a pressure from the federation. When you find la Gambia to house league because league with the game balabogo. So doing ham can win champion be, doing ham can win FA Cup be. So those is pending. So the question is, nah Gambia did not participate. Competition Cup or CAF Champions League. These are unanswered questions. You have the only our authorities can help us with. So again,
why not giving ourselves some excuses? Why CAF gotta find a way to at least balance you said nakala nyomuna fit in because we need to get these teams there. Some of these teams at bad planning more than new day eager fee because all the other leagues at this point we are still playing.
Well, so CAF dates or we are there before. Come for example, Gambians we are trying foul. Luta CAF Harubek Afcon BJ Mude Franklin B. Then Gambia do play this preliminary rounds. But these dates are normally there. These dates are normally there. And if that is the case, it will be tough for CAF want to change bend the rules just to accommodate Gambia. That's how funny. So I don't know. I hope it happens, but it's gonna be tough. Talking about Brikama at one point of the season, deep inside of me, I was thinking they can even win the league. But at the time, they were playing exciting football, scoring goals, and they were, I think, at one point they were even top of the league. So definitely they were scary. Brikama were really scary. But at one point, I don't know what happened. Is it down to injuries or lack of form? Sila guy them down, deep in form. I don't know. it's about, I don't know, 7 or 8 points different from the second guy. So ñoom ak Port ñoom ak Hawks might be 10 to 11 points different. So we're gonna make it difficult for them to win the league. It's possible because the points are there to grab. Why they are not far away, but still, I wasn't expecting them to be this far because at that time they were neck and neck with the teams. But for some reason, guy lose form, guy lose some certain games. They even lose to Hawks, and then Momolenyo in third position and 7 to 8 points behind Real de Banjul. Talking about the FA Cup, normally teams dañ jéem a use second field make players yi nga xam ne amuñ chance pour ñu play. So I didn't have the chance to watch them both games because some games yëpp dafa fekk maa ngi si beneen venue. Why they managed to win, and those two players ñu score seen goals yi, those are first team players because seeni mooy seen number 10 bi ak Bangura seen main man bi. So maybe I didn't know that they start. Maybe they were on the bench and then maybe they came on the sub and then win the game for them. But whatever happens, they put themselves in a very good position, and then playing against Immigration. Still now, I'm fancying Bikama gonna take all the points to the semifinals. So what are the teams remaining?
This Immigration though, I know that obviously Bikama would be favorite, but you also looking at the Immigration team, Bohamne. Defensively, in the second division, they are, let's say, the third best team defensively.
Yep.
But if you look at the FA, they also, it's very hard to break them down. Since first game we went to penalties, and second game we went to penalties. Damn it. You just don't see this Immigration team holding off Birkama, taking them to penalties and creating that big upset.
I watch them enough because I watch them a lot because so why the motion coach the guy there, I'm a guy there, secondary. Guy motion coach. Anyway, I'm lucky to watch them. They have some very, very exciting players. They have a central defense, but they look very solid. They even have this gym boy in the middle. He's tall, like Patrick Vieira type of a player. In fact, he was invited by Alagisar in the Chan team. Strong in the midfield, good with the ball, good in the air. Some problem lately, they've been struggling to bang in goals. I mean, this out number 9, Bohamne can bang in goals. But I watched them more than 5 times this season. I watched them winning, I watched them losing, I watched them lose against Red Hawks. I watched most of their games. I watched them against Ouagadougou. So, man, I've been lucky to watch them. They look a decent side. But so set, I think they
yes, Bala Habibi did Dugasiwat. I think that we're gonna use Sana.
I think they
escape Sana Mujel or schedule and Habibi Bala nga don Dugasi rek. I want to excuse Sana for Muna Jil Benen schedule and Sana, okay. I don't know if you have time, but if you don't have time, you are excused.
Yeah, I'm late because I had important stuff to coming up. And I'm not anymore. I'm getting them. The center job like you get jigalu nak lego legi yarami tanga. Why program level no straight talk la lego legi kaj pop mu tanga jir. Why come no made jehale rek all the time. We don't try. We intention is not to be personal with anybody. They feel like we needs to be very, very straightforward, and then we say it as how we see it. Because at the end of the day, Gambian football more ñu jaral lolu ñu ñep mo il faut ñu wante diga luñ bëgg rek moy football be move to the higher level. And I think anybody who is holding a public office da nga wara understand lolu, and you need to have a thick skin nga xamne nit ñi ñola fa tek te nit ñi il faut ñu wax mënu lo jité nak nit ñi duñ la ciow. So len buggee nak nit ñi ñu baña ciow nak it's really important we all try to do the right thing, and I think lolu ci xewé rek dañu gëna yombal lo liggéey bi pour ñëpp, and maa ngi wish everybody all the best of luck, and then am na dina link up ak yow Ras and Habib later after the show.
Sana, thank you so much, and all the best with Royal Oak FC. And guys, when we come out here, we just expect better from the FF, or we want the best thing for Gambian football. But Habibi, I back to the FA. Red Hawks was playing Ports today.
Wow. Like I said,
Game boobu noonu naka la fa demee.
Red Hat, I think ñii moom win nañ how to call it. These guys won on penalties. Fortune, win nañ Elite on penalties 5-4.
Oh, Fortune, I thought Sana was saying somebody was saying Elite no win that. Fortune.
Luma gis fini. Let me check. I'm on different platform. I think I've seen 5-4.
Okay.
I've seen here, but sorry. Fortune lost 4-3 on penalties.
Wow.
Yeah. Lola, sorry. Fortune.
What about the Red Hawks and Ports game?
It should be finished because 8:30 level on the start. No, it's on. It should be on 8:30 level on the start. Why? I can get the scores whilst we are talking. How much update we need? 8:30 Gambian time, and it's to 10. So it's on.
Oh, game bobu nonu mi ngi on betay.
Yeah. On how many guys scores the game?
That game, Habib, would be very important because gis nañ ne Red Hawks, they were struggling in the first round, but recently jël nañ form. And they are going against a port team boo xam ne ñoom ñu ngi si bottom of the league. This tie, before we even know the score, would we go with the team that is on current form and be over bar, or would we go for a team that is experienced in the FA 3 times FA Cup winners in Ports?
Wow, it depends on the mental aspect of Ports. If mentally Ports are down, they have more worries in their head. So it's a psychologist. He or she could help them going into this game and knowing the potential Red Hawks they play football the right way, and they got two out number 9 they are almost my size, who strikers very good with the ball, and they can run past you. So I think if Ports didn't take this game seriously, Red Hawks got the potential to hurt them because the quality is there. They have a setup. These are teams they have set up, and they want to play a certain way. So Ports should be the better team, Sion, under normal circumstances, but knowing the condition you Ports make right now, I had confidence low. You get concede more than 10 goals in 3 games or 9 goals in 3 games. It can be what because Real Avlen Dole 6, while Dolan 1 not lose against Hawks, 2 not is 9 goals in 3 games.
It's a lot of goals.
It's a lot of goals. So going into this game, if they could bring their moral back, or we have players, push them. Red Hawks is a team they don't have nothing to lose. They're gonna play there with 3 heads.
Between these two teams, Kusiwin dafa tase Kanifing FC, and Kanifing FC is a newly promoted team. They don't know much about this team.
I know much about them because I've been lucky to watch them more than 5-6 times. Ñoom it xam naa seen strength, xam naa what they can do, gis naa how they able to turn things down, and I will give this to the backroom staff of the team. They were struggling earlier, but they've been able to fine tune the team. They play against the best teams, and they are getting results because they are scoring goals. They even have this kid, this Bambalai, one called Ismaila, Raki Bambalaila. He plays at the wing, left sometimes or right. He's a very good player. He wears the number 24 jersey. They have Deco, their engine. He's the captain of the team, also, vice captain. They have some very good players. And then, they have one guy from Sierra Leone. He's their uncle. He plays in as their midfield defensive. They got a lot of players who are hungry. I think the secret about the team is they fight together. They fight together and they are scoring. So the most important thing is compact. The team is really compact, and I'm always happy to see that their players are physically ready. Like the fitness of the team is always there. So sometimes this is helping them. I've seen them come from behind and win games at the Goal Project. So I'm not surprised that they are here because they've been doing it on a consistent basis. So Kanifing, kudos to them and all those from Kanifing behind the team, from the coaching staff to the lowest guy. In fact, at one point, their coach was coach of the month in the 2nd division, just to show you that they've been doing some pretty good things. Been their 4th season, but they are not pushovers. So Red Hawks, the last time the FA Cup was played, the final was Red Hawks and Gelda Banjul. So let people don't forget that it was this same Red Hawks who was in the final, and some of those players are currently playing with the Hawks A team, and they've been doing really well. So as I saw, I think there is still no goal there at the Independence Stadium. You know, so somebody said Zeros Red Hawks versus GPA. Sang Mari, thank you. Elite won penalties against Fortune. Thank you, Abdul Aziz Diouf.
And a fixture boo xam ne dina laal elite mooy obviously team boo xam ne it doesn't surprise anyone when it comes to FA Cup, you know, all time 23 cups Walidan gis nañ ne they had a really very good preseason and everybody was thinking ne su ñëwee si league bi they will compete. That is not the case, but in this FA they are here and they're going to face elite. This Walidan group would be looking at this opportunity saying, let's redeem our season at least the FAB. Can they win it?
Absolutely. You're young as a game. You're how many Walidan. This is what they will be talking in at training ground. They will say, hey guys, look, this train is a flux. We lost it. We cannot win the league. But guess what? We could make ourselves proud by winning the FA Cup. And Walidan, it's been a while. If I'm not wrong, I think since 2008, they didn't win any silverware. So going into this FA Cup and they are in a very good position to win it, I think they will be going at all out. Yesterday, I was lucky to watch them. They played some really good football and they were able to defeat these guys by 2-0. And, you know, Oz scored a very good goal. Very, very, very good goal, Ras. That was a cracker yesterday. The second goal of Walidan, you know, was superb, was really superb. So going into this quarterfinals, Walidan will say, look, guys, we've got all what it takes to win this. So let's go with it. Because for me, I'm thinking the big gun's gonna win it. Right? It's what I'm thinking. The Walidan and the Brikama United. And not to mention Gamtel. If you can see, they played with against an informed GAF team. GAF have been the best team in the past month. They've been consistent. They've been scoring goals, but Gamtel they managed to hold them on 2 games in just the first game. In fact, the first game, GAF should have won because Gamtel were a man down in the first half. They were a man down in the first half. Yes. So the entire second half, GAF played with 10 men, and they were able to get a draw. Yesterday also they scored an early goal in the first 3 minutes. They scored, GAF equalized, and in the 91st or 92nd minute, they made a good build-up and Gantel scored a last gap winner. So you could see that Gantel are also back into it, and it's a team that can play under pressure. You can dominate them.
It's also a team, you know, FA Cup you're looking at Gamtel from 2009 by 13, they've been into 5 FA Cup finals, winning 4. So the experience is there, but they also facing a Gunjur team, they are buzzing in confidence. You know, guys, in last game, we medical lagay do 4-0. Daughter Dabo striker, we scored a hat trick. I think Gunjur too would be looking to continue this making of statement with the FA. Why didn't the Vaneka tough battle with Gamtel there? Because Gamtel is, like I said, they are proven FA Cup specialists. You know, I think the round of 8 didn't interesting trap.
Gunjur also is one of the teams I was tipping to make it to the first division this year. They've been really solid, but at one point they lost it. I don't know what happened. You know, they were on top of the league or first. They were almost between first and second, and they've been playing some exciting football. But all of a sudden, things turn around and they've been struggling. I don't know. Viper, they call him. That's their striker. That's his nickname. Wow. Viper is a very fast guy. He's got pace. Sometimes he used to be out of town. I don't know, somewhere in Denmark or whatsoever. He's traveling, going and coming out of the team. So even their game against Marimo, because they defeated Marimo 2-1 at the stadium. I was there. They are number 10, Rashid Ndiaye, commonly called Zala. Fantastic player. He was deployed to play as a false number 9, and he was able to bang in 2 goals. So now that Viper is back, And there was also a player called he used to be one of your favorite players, the centre back. They called him Ramos, who went to Turkey and came back. He's also back in the team. So
guys, dafa mel ni lu ma suspect de loolu laa suspect de mel na ni Habibi Fall biir nawe code nañ lightam bi and suñ côté lightam bi that means the internet am bitam dafa dem. But we were talking about Gamtel at Gunjur. Leading a very exciting game because, like I said, Gamtel are very good with cup games, and Gunjur is on high confidence. Base Kulola suspected because definitely that was mainly blackout lamb. But that was actually the last question. See, FA Cup discussion when on Amni. I don't know when his light is gonna come back, but dama mel ni fii la ñoo ene show bi for today. Wow, mu ma call on WhatsApp. So yeah, light am ba them off. Habibi, it's all right. I think that's the last fixture to round of 8 FA Cup B. And you did very well giving us details, substantial information about these competitions. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, definitely. Gambia is a very, very sad country, and I would leave my personal observation when it comes to Gambia out of this show because that's a show about 3 hours if we have to talk about things you're not working right in Gambia. You know, FFB rec, we cannot keep up, you know, Sakatuma Gambia. But also, even though we always like to come here and say feeling buga FFB yoka, feeling buga FFB yoka, we also have to recognize some of the things that they are doing very well. And I like the FIFA project of this U15 school tournaments that the FF is making sure it is successful. They are rolling it out. Lumasigina like moi, they are not leaving it for the school teachers or PE teachers, adults, to coach some of these teams. This now for our students, they are coaching these teams, and this is about the right time to give them these experiences. Like now Lulu Nonu Tarap. I also like the other FIFA project Bohamne. Recently they just concluded it. Bohamne Jelneng coaches and give them a 3-day seminar. It was very, 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 very good. This now you have done like the question on how were these coaches selected. Hopefully they find answers so next time you will have these opportunities when it comes to these seminars to build up their qualification or send resume. But guys, until Friday, I believe there would be a show on Friday. Unfortunately, but next Wednesday I'll be here again, and we would just hope that these technical difficulties, I'm with the app, or I'm at Nowek, or I'm at internet be do you disturb next week. Until then, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. All right, bye bye.